never thought an allergy could be such a problem. I laughed at girls who sneezed nonstop because of flowers, dust, or any weird things. They had red eyes and swollen noses. Once, I fell in love with a guy named Steve. I thought he was in love with me too. We went to a cafe in the Disneyland. Finally, he bought 2 tickets to the cinema where we were going to sit in the back row. Of course I knew that guys invited girls to the cinema to kiss them. That's why I used perfume, brushed my teeth, and took a few chewing gums to freshen up my breath. The first kiss in my life. It was very romantic and exciting. During the first 5 minutes, Steve watched the movie, but then he put his arm around my shoulders and tilted his head to me. His hand slowly and romantically turned my face to his hot lips. My heart fluttered, and I had butterflies in my stomach. When his hot and wet tongue penetrated my mouth, I suddenly sneezed. I could not either foresee or stop the sneeze. It was like an explosion with a 10-meter radius. And, to my shame, I noticed my sputum on Steve's face. I sneezed 6 more times until I reached the exit from the cinema hall. Steve never called me after that happened, but his friend, Johnny, started calling me and trying to ask me for a date. I was so shocked for the whole week, but as time passed, I figured out the cause of the sneezing. I got too stressed out that day about the relationship and the upcoming kiss, so this reaction of my body no longer seemed to me as abnormal. I decided I deserved another chance and agreed to go on a date with Johnny. I acted freely and pertly with Johnny. We laughed at all jokes. I said I wanted to pee if I was going to the toilet. Once I even blew my nose into a handkerchief, showing that this process was quite natural. He accepted that and played along, so he saw that I didn't pretend and that I felt okay about all natural processes. One day, we were lying on a sofa eating popcorn at his house. He started throwing flakes at me and we laughed at that. Then, he tried to feed me from his mouth. I understood what was on his mind. He was planning to begin with innocent games, move to gentle touching, and then go to bed with me. But this wasn't really what troubled me. I was afraid to sneeze at him during a kiss. I really tried to relax. At first, he fed me from his hands. Then he took a few flakes by his lips and put those into my mouth. I accepted the flakes and chewed them. Then again and again. I didn't feel the sneeze coming. Johnny put the popcorn away and kissed me. My body reacted with plenty of butterflies in my stomach. I kissed him back, and it was so good. Johnny was a handsome guy, especially when he styled his hair with gel. That made him look like a member of Sicilian mafia. I could fall in love with him and have a few kids with him, then we would buy a huge pickup and would go traveling. The images were still in my head when something inside me blasted. Electricity went through me for a millisecond, and I couldn't understand what was happening. I opened my eyes and saw Johnny's face, covered in chewed popcorn mixed with my sputum. We had had too little romance in our relationship, and now it was completely destroyed. Johnny was the first to run to the bathroom. I wiped my face with a napkin and stayed waiting for him to return. At this moment, a text came to Johnny's telephone. I automatically opened it and read it. It was from Steve, and it wasn't the first one. He kept asking Johnny, "Well, bro, kissed her already?" His earlier message read, "Bro, it'll be awesome. She kisses like a vacuum cleaner. It's fantastic. An explosion, bro." Steve played Johnny and me. What a jerk! Johnny left the bathroom as if nothing had happened. I moved to the bathroom without saying anything. When he suddenly took my hand, he looked into my eyes, trying to find even a spark of romance or love in them. Then he started laughing. He screamed and roared with laughter, but didn't release my hand even for a second. When he was back to his senses, he looked at me with warm eyes and put his arms around me. He said he loved me. He said we had lots of funny and natural moments during these days. We had spitting contests, created bubbles in the pool, covered our vomit with sand after the roller coaster. He said my sneeze was nothing. I put my head on his shoulder and cried with happiness. Since then, we have been a happy couple and we are going to marry. I will have children with him, buy a huge pickup and set off for a trip across the states or even abroad. Stop. Those were the fantasies in my head which I created while I was waiting for him leaving the bathroom. I don't know what will happen when he returns. This is the story that happened to me because of an allergy to kisses. If you feel sorry for me, click the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to this channel. By the way, when Johnny left the bathroom, he acted in the same way that I had fantasized before that, so I'm happy.